Hi guys. So this is the image for the month of February. Isn't it so beautiful? And my fingers almost fell off. It was -2. It was Wednesday morning and wow, it was amazing. So today's class is all about spiraling and about, Today's class is all about spiraling, feeling the deep ember of our center and really anchoring and grounding into our centers. So begin. Sinead just texted to say my music is still on. I got it. To begin, lie on your back and then we shall move from there. Come. So lying on your back, your knees are bent. And bring your thighs together, your ankles together. And then wrap your arms around yourself so that you're holding on to your opposite shoulder. And so for me, my right arm is closer to my chin. So therefore, I'm going to bring the left leg over the top of the right. And just pause there in a kind of a squishy position and let your spine land on the floor. Just deepen into your spine. I want to do that thing where I walk my shoulders away from my lower back. Nice. And then gently just rock your knees from side to side. And there's not much movement here for me. There's a sense of there is a limit to the distance because my shoulders aren't allowing any give. It's pure. Oh, 1 second. I forgot to put it up on Facebook. Sorry, guys. So my right arm is crossed in front of the left. My left leg is crossed over the right. And then I'm rocking gently from side to side. And as I rock, I'm just feeling how my shoulders don't give at all. My shoulders aren't moving. And usually they do move when I twist, but now they can't because we've locked down our shoulders as such. Nice. And then roll like there's a clock on the back of your pelvis, and it should feel really confusing. So roll like there's a clock on the back of your pelvis, keeping your right foot on the floor, and feel how strongly, I feel like I'm cycling a bicycle with my right leg. And then roll like there's a clock on the back of your pelvis in the other direction, still with that right foot on the floor, rolling through the spine. So interesting. Great. So uncross your arms, uncross your legs. Bring the left arm in front of the right, and then the right leg over the left. And just pause there. So this is already we're spiraling into the pelvis, spiraling into the shoulders. It's very subtle, but it's there. Let your spine settle. I'm walking my shoulders again away from my pelvis, and I'm letting all this settle. Nice. And then rock your pelvis, rock your knees from side to side. And again, there's really not much movement here. Pure pelvis movement, pure lumbar movement. My shoulder blades aren't lifting hardly at all, like barely, not even off the floor. So it's only mobilizing into the spine, into the pelvis. Nice. Now roll like there's a clock on the back of your pelvis, feeling the slight confusion that happens as we do this. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Uncross your arms, uncross your legs, bring your arms wide now. Now we're going to create some space open wide. Bring your feet as wide as your mat. So I'm going to come back to center, feel my fingers on the edge of my mat, and then wiggle my toes and feel my toes at the edge of my mat. Now reach your arms wide and drop both knees down towards the right side. And as you drop down to the right, Just feel how now there is so much more give into the pelvis because the spiral of your pelvis has moved all the way up into your back of your shoulder on the left. And now glide that left knee up in the direction of your right shoulder. So your left leg glides up and comes up to in the direction of your right shoulder. And then pull your right shoulder to the floor and let gravity take your left leg down a little bit down towards the right. So not only is it up towards your shoulder, but now you're letting gravity let it fall towards the floor a little bit. Keep your left shoulder anchoring as you fall with your left leg. For me, the breath really helps here. So I've created a position, and then now I'm leaning into the dynamic of this torsion. So really sigh, lengthen, breathe, pause, settle. Great. Other direction. So feet are as wide as your mat. Feel the edges of your mat under your feet. Drop your knees down towards the left. Feel how the spiral is all the way up now for me into my armpit, into my rib cage. Whereas last time it wasn't, with that locked down one that we did. Now draw your right knee up in the direction of your left shoulder. And then anchor your right shoulder down and let gravity take your right leg a little bit lower to the floor. And for me, sighing, deepening, it's like this achy, satisfied, itchy feeling in the deep right side of my torso that feels like like a squirrel coming out of hibernation or something unfolding or awakening. Even try a yawny stretch here. Feel the yawn in you, the reach in you as you lengthen down into that right arm. And then come all the way back and pause. Nice. Just because Sinead loves zoomies, we're going to do zoomies. So reach both arms up towards the ceiling. And I'm just rocking my shoulders across the back of the floor there, like I'm reaching opposite arms. And I'm massaging the space between my shoulder blades. And that feels really nice. Nice. Pause, both arms reached up. And then just roll up and down along your spine as you rise up. And as you roll down, feel the deep of your hips, the deep of your pelvis, the lower back, the spine, the shoulders. Squeezing your bum as you rise, rolling deeply down as you land. Squeezing as you rise, rolling down. Nice. So draw your right knee up onto your chest and then lift your bum a little bit more, or lift your bum a little bit so that your knee is coming towards your elbow. So now my bum has floated off the floor and my knee is coming towards my elbow. And so then I'm going to straighten the right leg long till my two thighs are parallel and I come into zoomies. Bend your right knee, elbow comes to your knee, knee comes to your elbow. Long. You can reach your arms overhead if you wish. Bend your elbows, bring your knee to your elbow, and then long, so that your right thigh is the same height as your left. Elbows to your knee, long. Elbow to your knee, long. Elbows to your knee, long. Super. Drop your bum to the floor, reach both arms up towards the ceiling. Draw your left knee up towards you. Lift your bum a little bit more off the floor by pushing the right foot down and drawing the left knee up to your left elbow. Stretch your left leg long so it's the same height as the right thigh and your leg is straight. Elbow to your knee, bend your elbows. Stretch your arms overhead as you lengthen your leg, same height as the other. Elbow to your knee, touch, lengthen. Elbow to your knee, touch, lengthen. Elbow to your knee, touch. Lengthen. Last time. Elbow to your knee, touch. Lengthen. Nice. Drop your bum to the floor, foot to the floor. So reach your left arm long beside your ear and roll over to the left side. Bring your right hand to the floor in front of you and draw your right knee up so it touches your right elbow. So I'm resting on the left arm and I'm pulling my right knee towards my right elbow. And I get super long down with your right leg. So you reach your right leg, pointing your toes. And then draw your knee up towards your elbow. Squeeze. Stretch your right leg long. Reach, 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 reach. And then bend your knee. Draw your knee up to your elbow. Nice. One last time. Stretch your leg long. And with that long, slowly, like super long into your leg, bring your leg a little bit forward. But I'm keeping the length in my waist as I swing my foot back. Keep the length in your waist as you bring your foot a little bit forward. Keep the length in your waist as you swing your leg back. So I've been really playing with this idea of taking the slack out of something and then mobilizing it in a connected, dynamic action place. So you've taken the slack out of the whole right side of your body. You're stretching it as long as it can be. And now you're moving your foot forward and backwards, your whole leg forward and backwards. And there's something happening in my waist that's really new and different. It's really cool. Bend your knee. Whew. Oh, that's intense. Cool. Other side. So reach your right arm long beside your ear. Bring your left hand to the floor in front of you. So my left hand is like scaffolding on the floor. Draw your left knee up to your left elbow. And now lengthen your left leg long and feel like you really take the whole slack. For me, everything from my rib cage down to my toes is moving downwards and connected. Draw your knee up to your elbow. And then shung long, the sense of, taking it's like stretching a sheet out flat on a bed, taking all the wrinkles out. Bend your knee, touch. Take the slack out of the left side of your body by reaching deeply into your toes. And then one more time. Draw your knee up and lengthen. Now, I'm going to have to move to make some space. Take the slack out of the left side of your body and keep that length in your waist and bring your foot leg a little bit forward and then bring your foot leg a little bit back. But the moving of your leg forward and back isn't as important. The distance you go is not important. Keeping the length in the waist and the stretch down into your toes is the most important bit. So how do you stay super long into your leg? So I have to move. This is my left side. I always have to, it's always different. And so the movement is really tiny because to maintain that length, I have to make a really small movement. Whereas the other side, it was much bigger. Always learning. God, there's something deep in my buttock. Oh, bend your knee. Oh, that was great. Anyways, okay, so push back, downward dog. Just lengthen out those deep buttock muscles that we were using. And so how would you take the slack out of your legs here? So for me to do that, I pull my heels down and I bring weight into my pelvis. I open into the backs of my knees. And then I imagine that there's an elephant going to pass beneath me. So I have to pull my navel towards my spine. And I widen the back of my body as I lift through the front of my body very deeply. Take the slack out of your legs. Really feel that dynamic of lengthening, leaning into the range, leaning into the tissues, the fascia, the fibers that connect you, the threads and the strings and the ropes of you, the bones of you. Nice. Walk your feet forward, walk your elbows back, pause, and then stand all the way up. You can't really see my head, but that's okay. It's okay. So the next movement, it has many different elements to it. So we're going to start really slowly with it, okay? So bend your knees and bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee and wrap your right hand around your back, okay? So I've wrapped down to the right, okay? And then stand tall and now wrap your left arm behind you and bring your right hand to the top of your head. So now I've wrapped up to the left, okay? So wrap down to the right, left hand to the outside of the right knee, right arm behind you, and then wrap up to the left. So I'm looking around the corner, my right hand is on the top of my head, and my left hand is around the back of me. So wrap down. How deeply can you spiral down? And then wrap up. How deeply can you spiral up? And wrap down. So I want to even bend my elbow and bring my elbow down to my knee. And I'm bringing my hand to my shoulder. So I'm wrapping deeply down. And then I'm wrapping deeply up. And I might even bring my hand around the back of my shoulder as I wrap up. So how deeply can you wrap down? And how deeply can you wrap up? Wrap down. And then wrap up. Next time you wrap down, pause there. So for me, my left elbow is on my right knee. My left hand is resting on my right shoulder. My right hand is around the back of me. And now I'm going to deepen and bend my knees a little bit more so my bum is dropping down. So imagine that you can pull your chin back to make a double chin here. Going to add intensity, like make a double chin, and then glide your chin as far forward as it'll go. So how would you squeeze your chin back? And then glide your chin forward. Chin back, chin forward. Nice. Spiral all the way out. Spiral up towards the left. So my left hand is behind my back. My right hand is either on my head or around the back of my shoulder somewhere. Push down into your feet. Spiral back and up. And release. Nice. Other side. So bring both hands down to the left side. Left hand is behind you. Right hand or right elbow is on the left knee. Okay. And then spiral up. Right hand behind you. Left hand to the top of your head. Look behind you. Spiral down. Spiral up. Maybe your hand comes a bit lower towards the shoulder. Maybe it stays at the top of your head the whole time. Spiral down. Spiral up. Spiral down. Spiral up. Something so beautiful about that up. So as I spiral down, I feel this folding, this rolling. Then as I spiral up, I feel the fibers of my abdominal cavity really lengthening and opening. Next time you spiral down, pause. How deeply can you spiral? Sit your bum down a little bit more. Oh, how would you move your chin a little bit forward? Chin a little bit back. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Change. Spiral up. Right hand behind you, left hand either on your head or around the back of your shoulders. Come all the way back. Wow. Come sit on your mat. Legs are wide and long in front of you. Just roll your shoulders. As you roll your shoulders, let your spine and your head move with the rolling of your shoulders. So let it be really kind of this rolling wave of movement. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Turn and look over towards the right side. Just look, holding onto the outside of your right knee with your left hand. Get really tall, like you're trying to see further down the beach. Lengthening, feel the rise to the front of your body as you have the gesture of looking. And then spiral towards the left. And again, looking. Nice. Come forward over that right leg. So hands either side of the right knee, calf, foot, wherever you are. Drop your head down. Remember, move. Move your feet. And then the other side. Down. Move your feet. Move your back. Move your belly. Wiggle a bit. Connect. Nice. Bring the soles of your feet together, your knees apart. That lengthening we were doing yesterday in our inner thighs. So pull your knees wide and try and bring the sides of your thigh, the sides of your knee towards the floor. Slowly lift them. Pull your knees wide and lift. I can feel the engagement we did yesterday echoing in the deep inner thighs as I do this. Lift and wide. Last movement of the class. Begin to roll your nose forward and then up. Tuck your nose in and forward and down. As always, if your knees, as you come forward, it can put pressure on your knees. So if you feel, I want to stretch my leg out on one side or the other, then do that. Make the movement slower, make the movement smaller, or stretch your leg out. And then change in the other direction, rolling in a big circle with your nose forward, back, forward, and back. Nice. Cool. Come to lie on the floor. Lie all the way down. Land on the floor. And just notice the deep. Yeah, as I walked this morning, I could feel all this work of like, why center? Why center? Why center? Where is my center? That I've begun to really notice this deep ember in the deep of me, somewhere this inner sense of the caverns of me and that space that I inhabit, and filling it, nourishing it, nurturing it, and a sense of a warmth and resilience that emerges as a result. Sorry that I missed Facebook at the beginning and that I had the music on. Great. So I will see you all tomorrow. I'm going to try that again now that I'm here. So this is the picture for February. And this is me and Eli down on the beach. This is just beside where the photo shoot for Flow, for Glide, Spiral. There's kind of an area of the beach that I go to. And this was the sunrise on Wednesday morning. Me and Eli. Amazing. So I'll see you tomorrow. Be well, be awesome, be you, and rock on. Chew. Bye.